Right now, as you're watching this, your brain is betraying you. Your pupils just changed size without permission. Your breathing shifted. You probably just became aware of your tongue sitting in your mouth, and now you can't unfeel it. Every second, your brain sends thousands of signals you have absolutely no control over, revealing your deepest thoughts, emotions, and intentions to anyone who knows what to look for. These hidden signals control your relationships, your decisions, and your entire life. Let me show you exactly what your brain is doing behind your back. Your face is a billboard advertising your thoughts, and you can't turn it off. Right now, you're making micro-expressions, tiny facial movements lasting less than a quarter of a second that reveal your true emotions before you even know you're feeling them. When someone tells you, "I'm fine," but their eyebrows flash up for just a split second, that's their brain screaming the opposite. Your brain processes these signals 500 times faster than conscious thought. You've felt this, that instant gut reaction when someone lies to you, even when their words sound convincing. But it gets weirder. Without realizing it, you're constantly mirroring the person you're talking to. Lean forward, they lean forward. Cross your arms, they cross theirs within 30 seconds. Your brain does this automatically to build rapport and trust. It's so powerful that when someone doesn't mirror you back, you immediately feel disconnected from them. Your pupils are another secret broadcaster. They dilate when you see something you want: food, money, or someone attractive. Poker players know this. Salespeople know this. Your brain is literally showing your cards through your eyes, and you have zero control over it. Even your breathing gives you away. When you're attracted to someone, you unconsciously match their breathing pattern. When you're lying, your breathing becomes shallow and irregular. When you're about to make a decision, you take a deeper breath right before speaking. Your hands have their own secret language too. When you're confident, you use your hands more. When you're lying, you touch your face more. When you're stressed, you create barrier gestures, crossing arms, holding objects in front of your chest. Your brain is trying to physically protect you from perceived threats. But here's what's really disturbing. Your brain makes you copy the people around you without asking. Spend time with confident people, you stand taller. Sit next to someone who's anxious, your heart rate increases. Your brain has mirror neurons that fire both when you perform an action and when you watch someone else perform it. You're literally absorbing other people's emotions and behaviors. This is why you feel drained after being around negative people, or energized around positive ones. Your brain is constantly downloading and installing other people's emotional states. You think you're just being empathetic, but your neurons are actually firing in the same patterns as theirs. Your voice betrays you too. When you're attracted to someone, your voice automatically becomes softer and slightly higher. When you're trying to assert dominance, it drops lower. When you're lying, you speak slightly faster and with less variation in tone. People pick up on these changes subconsciously, even when they can't explain why someone sounds off. Even your walking reveals your mental state. Confident people take longer strides and swing their arms more. Depressed people's steps become shorter and their shoulders slump forward. Your gait is so unique that AI can identify you from a distance just by how you walk, and it changes based on your emotional state. Your skin is also sending signals. When you're nervous, you get micro sweats in specific patterns. When you're excited, your skin temperature rises in certain areas. When you're attracted to someone, blood flow to your lips increases, making them slightly redder. Your body is constantly advertising your internal state. The most unsettling part? Your brain makes these adjustments before you're consciously aware of your emotions. You start showing signs of attraction before you realize you're attracted. You display stress signals before you feel stressed. Your body knows what you're feeling before your mind does. Your brain makes decisions before you think you're making them. Scientists can predict your choice up to 10 seconds before you're aware you've decided. Right now, as you process these words, your brain has already decided whether you believe them or not, but your conscious mind is still catching up. This happens because your brain runs on autopilot 95% of the time. Those habits you think you control, you don't. When you drive the same route to work, your brain literally switches to autopilot mode. You arrive with no memory of the journey because your conscious mind wasn't even driving. Your brain creates shortcuts called heuristics that make instant judgments about everything. Within 100 milliseconds of seeing someone's face, you've already decided if you trust them, find them attractive, or perceive them as a threat. These snap judgments happen so fast they bypass your rational thinking entirely. Your memory is constantly being rewritten without your permission. Every time you remember something, your brain changes that memory slightly. You're not remembering the actual event, you're remembering the last time you remembered it. Your brain is essentially playing telephone with itself, and each replay distorts the original. Your brain also fills in gaps in your perception that you never notice. You have a blind spot in each eye where your optic nerve connects, but your brain seamlessly fills it in. You blink 15-20 times per minute, creating mini blackouts, but your brain edits out the darkness. You're seeing a heavily edited version of reality. Even more bizarre, your brain predicts the future constantly. When you catch a ball, your brain calculates its trajectory and tells your hand where to be before the ball gets there. When you speak, your brain predicts what you're about to say and prepares your mouth movements in advance. You're living slightly in the future while thinking you're in the present. Your attention is being hijacked without you knowing it. Your brain has evolved to notice certain things automatically. Faces, movement, bright colors, your own name. Advertisers exploit this. They know your brain will notice a red sale sign before you consciously decide to look at it. Your attention isn't as voluntary as you think. Your brain also creates false patterns everywhere. You see faces in clouds, hear voices in white noise, and find meaning in random events. This pattern seeking is so strong that you'll find connections that don't exist rather than accept randomness. Your brain would rather be wrong than confused. Sleep reveals even more hidden brain activity. While you think you're unconscious, your brain is consolidating memories, solving problems, and even practicing motor skills. People have literally learned piano pieces in their sleep. Your brain is working overtime when you think it's offline. Your emotions are controlled by ancient brain circuits that bypass your rational mind entirely. Fear responses happen 12 milliseconds before conscious awareness. Your amygdala can trigger fight or flight before your prefrontal cortex even knows there's a threat. You feel scared before you know why you're scared. Your brain constantly runs background programs you're unaware of. It's monitoring your environment for threats, tracking social hierarchies, and calculating probabilities. Right now, it's processing thousands of sensory inputs and filtering most of them out before they reach your consciousness. You're aware of maybe 5% of what your brain is actually doing. Even your creativity isn't under conscious control. Your best ideas come in the shower, while walking, or just before sleep. When your conscious mind relaxes and your default mode network takes over. You can't force creativity. You can only create conditions for your brain to surprise you with insights. Your brain also has a built-in social radar that's constantly active. It tracks who's looking at you, who's in your peripheral vision, and who might be a potential mate or threat. This system evolved when being ignored by the tribe meant death, so your brain treats social rejection like physical pain. Most disturbing of all, your brain constructs your sense of self from moment to moment. The you think you are is actually a story your brain tells itself, constantly updated and revised. When people have brain injuries that affect this narrative system, their entire sense of identity can change overnight. Your brain is constantly being influenced by forces you can't see or feel. Right now, the temperature of this room is affecting your judgment. Warmer temperatures make you more trusting and generous. Colder temperatures make you more suspicious and harsh in your evaluations. Your brain mistakes physical warmth for emotional warmth. The colors around you are manipulating your behavior too. Red makes you more alert but also more aggressive. Blue makes you more creative but less detail-oriented. Restaurants use warm colors to make you eat faster and leave quicker. Your brain responds to these color cues automatically. Even smells are controlling you without your awareness. The scent of vanilla makes you more helpful. Citrus scents make you more energetic. Lavender makes you more trusting in negotiations. Retail stores pump specific scents to influence your buying behavior, and your brain falls for it every time. Your brain is also susceptible to priming effects that last for hours. If you see words related to elderly people, you'll walk slower afterward. If you're exposed to money-related images, you'll become less helpful to others. These unconscious influences shape your behavior long after the initial exposure. The people around you are rewiring your brain continuously through emotional contagion. Spend 10 minutes with an anxious person, and your cortisol levels will rise. Be around confident people, and your testosterone increases. Your brain doesn't distinguish between your emotions and absorbed emotions from others. Your brain's reward system is being hacked by technology. Every notification triggers a small dopamine hit, creating addiction-like patterns. Your brain treats social media like the same way it treats cocaine, as a reward worth seeking repeatedly. You're being neurochemically manipulated to keep scrolling. Social proof is constantly overriding your individual judgment. If everyone else is doing something, your brain assumes it must be correct, even when logic says otherwise. You'll ignore your own senses to conform to group behavior. Your brain values fitting in over being right. Your purchasing decisions are controlled by unconscious triggers. Items placed at eye level sell 35% more than those placed higher or lower. Products positioned on the right side of shelves are chosen more often. Your brain makes buying decisions based on positioning and presentation, not just price or quality. Your brain is also influenced by authority figures in ways you don't recognize. When someone in a white coat or uniform gives advice, your critical thinking decreases. When statistics are presented in certain ways, your brain accepts them as more credible. Authority symbols bypass your logical analysis. The anchoring effect controls your judgments without you knowing it. The first number you hear influences all subsequent numerical estimates. Real estate agents use this by showing expensive houses first. Your brain uses that initial anchor as a reference point for everything that follows. Your brain's need for consistency is constantly manipulated. Once you make a small commitment, you'll make larger ones to stay consistent with your self-image. Charities know this. They get small donations first, then ask for bigger ones. Your brain wants to maintain a coherent narrative about who you are. Even your physical posture is influencing your brain chemistry. Stand like Superman for 2 minutes and your testosterone rises while cortisol drops. Slouch, and the opposite happens. Your brain takes cues from your body about how confident you should feel. Your posture is literally changing your personality. Your brain's tribal instincts are being exploited constantly. Us versus them thinking activates within seconds of identifying group membership. Sports teams, political parties, even arbitrary group assignments can trigger these ancient circuits. Your brain is wired to favor your in-group and distrust outsiders. The scarcity principle hijacks your decision-making. When something seems limited or running out, your brain's loss aversion system activates. You'll make irrational choices to avoid missing out. Limited time offers work because your brain fears loss more than it values gain. Your brain is even influenced by the weather in ways that affect major life decisions. People are more likely to enroll in college on cloudy days and more likely to buy stocks on sunny days. Your mood, influenced by weather, changes your risk tolerance and optimism levels without conscious awareness. Most remarkably, your brain can be influenced by expectations alone. If you expect a pill to make you feel better, it often will, even if it's sugar. If you expect someone to be intelligent, you'll rate their performance higher. Your brain literally creates the reality it expects to see. Your brain is running the show, and you're just along for the ride. Every conversation, every decision, every emotion, there are hidden signals at work that you never consciously control. The person sitting across from you right now? Your brain is reading their micro-expressions, matching their breathing and absorbing their emotional state. You're both broadcasting and receiving signals constantly, now that you know what to look for. You can't unsee it. Your brain's secret language is everywhere once you learn to decode it. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge?